Is it true that God chooses our life partner? This question has been asked millions of times. Is it true that God created a specific individual for each of us? The question that follows is, what happens if I miss out on him or her and marry someone else instead? How can I know if this or that individual is the one for me? Is God the one who decides who I should marry or not? Of a certainty, we should pray to God about these issues, but how does He respond? Most often than not, men and women would want to marry someone they find very attractive. To them, everything should be flawless. Human beings were created to be in relationships. God looked at Adam in the Garden of Eden and declared it was not right for him to be alone. So, He created a mate for him. Adam's second half, that's Eve, a person of equal worth and intelligence to whom Adam was to pour himself out in humble love and service. Eve, on the other hand, was to accept Adam's love and return it with equal love, dedication, and self-sacrifice in order to help Adam. As a result, God's plan for people was to create the ideal intercourse of other-centered love that revealed the Godhead's love. The only inspired record we have of God purposefully making a marriage partner for someone is Eve's creation. This suggests that God has not created one-of-a-kind individual for each of us. While God's design for marriage has remained unchanged, sin has transformed people. Our hearts aren't flawless, and we are plagued by many of the flaws that sin has inflicted on humanity. As a result, we must be cautious while choosing a life partner. We don't have to be concerned about losing out on that one unique person because God hasn't created one specific person for each of us. There are many people with whom we can create a long-term love and healthy and compatible relationship in this world. So don't be afraid of missing out on the only one. Even if both people involved are fully dedicated to God, not everyone is well suited to spend their life together. The first step in finding a partner is to make sure you are spiritually developed as possible. Now, how do you know who is the appropriate person to marry? To put it another way, how can I tell if a person is right for me as a life partner? Well, examine them on the basis of proof. And this is what dating is all about. It is not the goal of dating to make someone like you. Dating is used to determine whether or not the person is suitable to be your life partner. In Luke 6 verse 45, the Living Bible translation, Jesus said, "A good man produces good deeds from a good heart, and an evil man produces evil deeds from his hidden wickedness. Whatever is in the heart overflows into speech." This means that each of us reveal the genuine character of our hearts through our acts and deeds. So while dating, focus on the quality of character shown and the general alignment of interest, values, and future aspirations, rather than on how the other person makes you feel. Additionally, it is important to take a step back and write out a list of characteristics that someone must have in order to be qualified as your life mate. This list should contain only non-negotiable items, things that you cannot live without. One other thing that is of utmost importance is that the person we marry should be appealing to us enough. No one would be satisfied in a marriage with someone they don't find attractive. However, physical attraction shouldn't be the only basis to consider while looking for a life mate. This is why prayer is so important. Observe the person you are dating, give them time to disclose your genuine self, Prayerfully ponder on the evidence they provide. Get advice from trusted family and friends. Then you, not God, must choose who you will marry. Because at the end of the day, you have the right to decide. God will never impose His will on you, no matter how good or no matter how best He wishes you. You will have to decide. Keep your heart humble before God throughout the process, asking Him to enlighten your intellect so that you can see the evidence and true attributes of the person you're dating, and then decide how to act based on those facts. Thank you for sticking with us throughout.